We have this idea or this picture of.
In fact, I need to be sexually attracted to you, not just physically attracted.
Hey,
I need to be sexually attracted to you. No, I need to be able to. My body has to.
You know, I said like it's our best version we put on social media.
Yes.
It didn't appear to be the same person I saw. Like it was. There are some people too that you won't even give them the opportunity to even start to talk to you. Hi guys, welcome to Truth and Tales, where we talk about everything regarding faith, relationship, personal growth, and trending issues. Yeah. My name is Victoria, and I am here with my co-host,
Yummy.
Yay! On today's episode, we're really excited about today's episode actually. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about attraction in relationship. How important is attraction in relationship? Okay. And today we'll be starting with the truth of the day. And you guys know what truth is. It's real life story of someone who actually sent us a message. Exactly. So to start us with the truth of today, I'm going to be handing over to Yemi.
Okay, so just as Victoria said, today is the truth. I'm going to be reading out the truth, and it was sent to us by one of our listeners, one of our subscribers. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so it says, basically, I currently have someone who has been putting so much effort in having a relationship with me, but I am not really attracted to him. I prayed, had a lot of discussions with him, but it seems like I want more. Okay, I've told him twice, but he is not ready to let go. Though sometimes I do feel like if I date him, I will be happy in a way. I want the next person to be someone who would love me more than I love him. Aside him, there is a guy I have a crush on, okay? We go on dates and talk well, and it seems he likes me, but he isn't saying anything yet. Okay.
Interesting.
Even though he's yet to say anything, I just feel peradventure I will ask him, okay? And if we date, I may love him more. Okay, so that's the end of the truth.
This one is strong.
It is really strong, so honestly.
So if I understand now, number one, she has a guy who loves her, but she's not attracted to him. Yeah. Number two, there's this other guy whom she is attracted to, but he's not saying anything yet. Yes. But she's attracted to him, right? But they're kind of friends. And she's torn in between. Should she ask him out? Should she go for this other guy who loves her, but she's not so attracted to him? Exactly. Interesting. That's a lot. But today we'll be focusing more on the attraction part of it, and we'll be trying to give her advice whilst also discussing what are the importance of attraction. What is the importance of attraction in relationships? So let us start with you, Yemi.
Okay.
Has attraction ever been a key factor for you when it comes to a person that you want to date? Or let me put it this way, have you ever not dated someone because you are not attracted to the person?
Wow, that's a big one. But truth be told, honestly, I think attraction is a big deal for me. It is a big deal for me. I don't even want to lie. Okay. And yes, I've actually dated someone who I wasn't attracted to, but then he ended up in tears. It did not end well. He just did not work out.
I think you've spoken about this in your channel, right?
Yeah. I spoke about it in one of my
by the way, guys, sorry, Yemi. By the way, guys, we both have personal channels on YouTube. Yemi's channel is Girl to Mom Life, and I am Victoria Fash. So please make sure you check our channel and you see what's going on in our personal lives, okay?
Actually,
right. So Yemi,
we have different content on both channels, and you will not be bored. You would really love it. So please do go there on YouTube, go and subscribe. Okay, back to what I was saying. So yes, attraction is a big deal for me, and as I mentioned in the video, I dated someone who I wasn't really attracted to, and it ended in tears. I did not like him at all. I couldn't even hold hands with him. I couldn't even I just did not like him. It was a big deal. Like, if I'm not attracted to you, I don't see how that will work. Of course, I've tried it before. That's how I know that, yes, it's a big deal for me. I just need to be In fact, I need to be sexually attracted to you, not just physically attracted.
Hey,
I need to be sexually attracted to you. No, I need to be able to. My body has to do one kind of way, you know.
Respond.
It has to respond. I should feel like I just feel like I can lay in bed with this person, or I can be seen outside with this person. I need to have both feelings at the same time. So I've actually dated somebody. He was a good guy. He was a kind person. He was really nice, but I wasn't attracted to him physically, sexually, any form of way I wasn't. So yeah, attraction is a big deal for me, and I think it's the case for most ladies. But let me not generalize. So how about you? How about
for
you?
Me? Well, for me,
I'm looking at you with side eye.
Okay, let me just say this before I even go. You know, of course, every woman, we all, you know, I think most of us women, we start to dream of the man of our dreams for a long time. You know, we kind of have a spec or the kind of person that we want to spend the rest of our lives with. So definitely an attraction, like the first thing you see when a person approach you is the person's look. Like, so you need to at least have some kind of connection with the person before you even decide to take it further. Okay. So with all that being said, so yes, attraction is normal. Like, you want to be attracted to the person, and I definitely understand that. But I think where I am going is actually when it comes to just the physical look, when that is the only thing that you base your relationship on. But let me even talk about myself, since you asked the question. For me, you probably would have told from everything I'm saying, yes, the way a person looks definitely has some kind of effect in whether or not I want to take this relationship to the next level. But it's quite different for me, because when a lot of people, and I won't even try to be holier than thou and say that, oh, I didn't have the fantasy of tall, dark and handsome, beard gang and all of those things, you know, of course, of course, those things were usually in my subconscious. But I think because I have dated those guys, and honestly, in as much as I'm attracted to you physically, that is never enough to keep my love for you. Okay, so I might see a guy and I might lust after him because I have a very wild imagination and everything, and we can start talking, and today, like as we are talking today, that thing I feel for you has died up, because for me it goes beyond the physical look. You might look nice and everything, if you are not intellectually there for me, forget it. There's no point going in. And in another way, you might not be there physically, but when we get to talk, and you know, and we build a connection, you get, because I don't know, I fall in love with intellectual men. I love men that when they speak, like people listen. Like, I know that they're just speaking English. So it's not about English. It's about sense. You get, like, I want to marry a person we can have, or rather, I wanted to be with a person. Let's not even go into marriage now. I wanted to be with a person where we can have intelligent conversation, because I'm attracted to intelligence. You get. So yes, I've dated people that, you know, the world will not consider them as attractive or hot or, you know, everything.
But it's not like they are entirely ugly now. It's not like they are, you know,
exactly. But no, of course, there's that. Yeah, there are some people too that, you know, you won't even give them the opportunity to even start to talk to you.
I get it.
Because, you know, the physical look has to be to a certain standard. But I'm not crazy about how it should be. I'm not crazy that you have to be. I want us to be at least the same height. And even if I'm taller than you, because I know I'm a tall person, maybe just a little. But I definitely did not imagine myself dating someone shorter, even though I have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I don't want to say that, oh, I'm an attraction person, because the truth is, I always said I wanted to date a tall person or someone my height, but I've dated a short person, and it's one of the person that our relationship lasted the longest. So it was beyond the physical attraction to me. It was more of, you know, up there. So yeah, that's why I would say yes, attraction, yes, but I'm not crazy. I'm not all crazy about it. There's a lot more that I look for in a man, just, you know, more than attraction.
But I think that, well, it depends on what people call attraction. But I think if somebody is intellectually sound and that's what you like, I think it's a form of attraction. Do you get? Yeah. It's a form of attraction. So in a way, you are still attracted to, let's say, for example, somebody is not really good looking, but he's sound. But you're attracted to something about him. Do you get?
Yeah.
So the attraction is
that was my point. That was my point, and that's why I was saying that, you know, if you look at a lot of girls, and when they talk about attraction, it's not my type. Most of them are talking about physically, like he's not tall enough, he's not handsome enough, he's not fair enough, he's not dark enough, he's not muscular enough. Like, we are so frivolous. And one of the things I was telling this lady that sent this message initially was that, see, it's a man that has 6 packs and, you know, has beard gangs and everything. It's just a matter of 1 month of him neglecting to do exercise for all his body to come down, you know. And you know, we ladies, I always say that sometimes we are very biased when it comes to relationship. You know, I want a man that is that can answer and everything, but you also want a man that will accept you however you are. So you also want a man that if tomorrow you fall, you become fat, he will accept you, will love you unconditionally. But you don't want to pursue a man, or you don't want a man that, you know, is not, he has pot belly, but you want him to accept you when you have pot belly and stuff like that. So personally, I think physical attraction should never be the only basis whereby you judge the person that you want to be in a relationship with. And that was where I was coming from, like, when it comes to attraction and what the world call attraction. It should never just be, I'm not saying physical attraction should not be there. Exactly. It should be one of the things, because to be honest, if tomorrow that thing that you are so attracted about, the yellow skin, you know, a sickness came and there's hyperpigmentation, what will you do? Will you leave him? You're not going to leave him. You know, it's just like you can be all slim and pecky, everything is standing right now. Give it 1 children, 2 children, everything that is standing will go down. So should he leave you because you are no longer that person that he fell in love with? So I always say that, you know, I want to fall in love with who you really are, not who you are outwardly. Because trust me, I've dated a lot of fine guys that I will never in my life make that mistake again, or even allow my sister or my younger ones to make that mistake. So yeah, but before do you have something to add to that? Because I have another question I have for you.
Okay. Now I need to arrange myself. I need to package myself because for the question. But yeah, I think you've said it. I don't think attraction should be the only thing that you would look out for in a relationship. You know, that you would neglect other things that are important to you, because attraction is just one thing that is important to you. There are other things that sustain your relationship. And there are other things that are also important to you. Attraction is just the first step. Beyond attraction, there are other things. So I don't think, attraction should be. But I think for me, attraction is what breaks the ice. I just need to be attracted to you before I see other things that are important to me. Do you get? So if I'm not attracted to you, I can't even get to level 2. It's just like level 1 for me. It's just like level 1 for me. So if I don't find you attractive enough, I won't see your good virtues. Like I said, the person I had a relationship with that I wasn't attracted to, he was a good person. He's even married now. You know, he has his family, and he was attracted to that. Of course, if he's married now, the wife finds him attractive, you know.
Well,
and he's
definitely
he's a good person.
One man's food is another man's poison.
Right? You know, and he's a good person. He's you know, responsible and all, and he's taking care of his family. So he's really a good person. It's not like he's a bad person, but I couldn't just get past level 1 with him. And so I could not see the other things. All the other things that were important to me, I didn't give him that attraction. Just, you know, stood in the way of me getting to know him better.
It, right?
You get? So for me, it's one of those things, but I think it's level 1 for me before I can even see level 2, see the other things that are important. So
okay, even the guy that I said I dated, I was literally not anything like my spec. You know, it was when I first saw him, there was this I beg, like, no. But it was later, after several, of course there was no dating, but you know the way people will say that sometimes you can be with a person and you don't feel attracted to the person and anything, and then one day, I think it was what's his name, was it Stephen Furtick that was saying that in his church, that you'll be seeing like people that are in the same department, like they see themselves every day, there is no physical attraction, no nothing, they don't nothing. But one day they will go on this thing, they usually go like a camp or something, and by the time they come back, they are engaged, they are so much in love and everything. There's something about, you know, proximity. When you get to know a person, you talk, even if at the beginning there was nothing like attraction. You just get to know the person on a friendship level, okay, and then you get to talk, you get to interact and everything, and little by little you start to have feelings for the person. You get, that was how it was for that person that I said, if I was to judge physically, I probably would not have gone for him. When you met your husband, how was it like? You know, I know you mentioned that, you know, for you to be shaking it, give him a chance, you have to be sexually attracted to him. So how was it? Is it that when you saw him, you know, your ovaries just jumped in? I was like, oh God, this is him. was the attraction like that powerful the very first time you guys saw each other?
Okay, so it's interesting. The story is kind of interesting because I wasn't really attracted that way when we first met. So it wasn't a situation of, you know, I just saw him and I was like attracted to him, but somehow that was in the picture because I met my husband through a family friend. So it happened that I was we were preparing for one of my aunts. I call her my aunt, just the best description for her. Okay. So we're planning for her wedding. And I was her chief bridesmaid. So at the time I was supposed to be. So we're all just planning, and my husband came to the house. We're planning the introduction and everything. And so the husband was like, oh, you should be next since you're the chief bridesmaid. So any guy in the picture. And I was like, I'm not ready for any relationship now. That if I'm going to go into any relationship, I want a tall, dark, handsome, and rich guy.
Interesting.
And then I told him,
rich.
I emphasized on the rich, like I said, and rich guy. So it shouldn't just be tall, dark, and handsome. I want him to be rich. So it was like, okay, that he thinks he has the perfect match for me. I'm telling you, these things are important, and you have to state what you want.
Yes, now speak to the universe.
So, I'm telling you. So I just told him I want a tall, dark, and handsome. So it was like, okay, he has the spec, the right person for me, and I was like, okay. So it was just like a joke. I didn't expect him to take it seriously because I wasn't even taking it seriously at the time. It was just like, you know, all those things, the things you say when you are planning and all. So some weeks later, I was like, okay, he showed a friend my picture, and he was like, okay, he asked for at the time we were still using BlackBerry, so he asked for my PIN, and she didn't give him my PIN, and I was like, oh, I was just joking, you know. I didn't really want to date someone who is related to I just didn't like the whole arrangement. I was like, okay, out of respect and all, I was like, just give him my PIN. So he gave him my PIN, he chatted me up, and we just started talking. We were talking, and I like to talk. You guys, I just like to talk. So at the time, we were really chatting because everyone was indoors. It was the time of fuel scarcity, labor strike in Nigeria at the time.
Subsidy and
we're
stuff,
just really chatting. Yeah, we're just enjoying the moments we never really saw. And then one day I just asked him for his picture. I didn't really want. Somehow I was enjoying the conversation, so I didn't ask for his picture. He asked, or he already saw my picture. He saw how I looked and everything. So I just asked for his picture one day, and I saw the picture, and I was like, ooh, no, this looks like somebody that I'm not going to be attracted to. It wasn't just like. And then he sent another one. I was like, don't you have? And then he kept sending pictures, and it just kept getting worse. And I was like, really? Is this your best?
He said it kept getting worse.
And I was just like, wow. And I was really enjoying the conversation with the guy. So I was like, okay, we have to see. You know, we just have to see. I need to check.
Evaluate.
Of course. You know, because of course I gave this person my specifications. So I expect that, you know, he has to meet up to the criteria. And so I was just telling my friends, I told my sisters, we're like, okay. So the first day I met him, I went to make my hair at the salon. We were in the same city, so I went to make my hair in the salon. I told my sister to follow me. We went together, and we saw him for the first time together. And he was tall, yes. He was dark, yes. Handsome, For me, it didn't really click yet. And the rich, of course, I wouldn't know because he's not spent money on me. So I was just like, okay, let's just see how this goes. So I went to his house, of course, and then we just talked, and I was just like, okay, I didn't really like him. I was just like, it didn't really meet up to the expectation, but he was a good person. And then we had a little argument that very day that we met.
Can you imagine?
We just like, okay. So after that, we just decided to start on a clean slate. And then I told him to send me better pictures, that he even looked better in real life than the pictures he was sending. So I asked him, don't you know how to take good pictures? Like, these pictures you sent, you could put somebody off. Like, we were just talking, we were just really chatting. He's very open. And one of the reasons why I actually got attracted to him, we've kind of gelled, was because he was a very good listener. And I'm talkative. I talk a lot, So it just took me time to actually see beyond the physical attraction. But then eventually I realized that he wasn't a bad person. And then we had to switch up a little bit of things, like there were certain things that I just felt like it didn't suit it. It wasn't just fitting his body, and he liked to wear those things. This has to go. So we did a little bit of changes, but he was really, like, he's handsome. He's not ugly, but I was just expecting so we were already talking and we were already chatting. We were kind of enjoying each other's company even before I met him. So I couldn't reconcile the person I was chatting with and the person I met. I couldn't reconcile the two together until I was like, you know what, let me just pretend like we're just starting over again. And then I was just able to move past level 1. So yes, the conversation helped.
You see,
I think the conversation helped. But if I met him, but if I met him without the specification first, without, through somebody that I already gave my specification, I think that I would have listened to him. I think we would have started, but it was because I told this person. So I just had a very high expectation because I already told you this is what I wanted. So if you are giving somebody you're showing somebody my picture, it has to be lit. It has to be on point,
Yeah.
So it was really...
You see what I was saying?
But I was able to move past level 1.
I feel like, many of us, especially us ladies, we grow up with this perception, and especially social media also adds a lot to it. We have this idea or this picture of a perfect man. He has to have beards. He has to be tall. Sometimes we even have one guy, maybe a Nollywood actor or something, that you are kind of saying your husband should kind of, look like one kind to this person. But at the end of the day, like, there's just one person of everybody, and you cannot base all. And what I'm trying to say is that our ideas and picture of this perfect man kind of allows us to miss so many things. And that's one thing that I tried as much as I could not to allow to affect me, because I am blessed with a very wild imagination. Trust me, when I see a fine guy, the things I'm doing to that guy just by looking at him, the things that my mind is imagining, if the guy knows. But because I'm blessed with that kind of imagination, I'm very careful when it comes to attraction, because it makes me very kind of lustful. So I need to be very, very careful when it comes to, is it just about the physical look? Because I have been with guys that it was just about the physical look, the bad boy, the sagging trouser, the yellowness, the teddy. Teddy used to reign. Teddy, nice beard. Then, the teddy, the six packs, the muscle and everything. And then you finish dating them. And it's almost like what's your future ambition exactly? Like, what's the essence of your life? Like, apart from this fine boy outside, like inside, how are you? Like, how up there, are you all right?
That's a good one. That's a tweet.
So that's what I always say, that you should never just base. And that was one of the things I was telling this lady, that you should never just base your interest in a person based on just attraction. Give people a chance, even if from the beginning we cannot be dating. Let's be friends. Let's see how it goes. And that's why I always say that it's good for you to marry your friend. Like, it's good for you to start from friendship, because if imagine your husband right now, you'd have probably just fine, rich. And look at the amazing man he is right now.
Okay, wait. Okay. We just asked about my own personal. We just asked about. You think I wasn't going to go there, right? You think I wasn't going to go there. Now we are there. So tell us about it, okay? Because now we just mentioned that you have very wild imagination. So tell us, did you size him down when you saw him, or what was the case for you?
Okay, well, for me.
Okay, tell us. We want to hear.
To be honest, my situation and your situation was almost the same. Like, honestly, when it comes to how I felt when I first saw my husband. And, basically, if you are following me on my YouTube channel, you probably have already known the story of how I met my husband. We met on Instagram, okay? So he liked my pictures, and it was like, oh, hi, you like my pictures? Like, we didn't like just one picture. Like, literally, it started from the very first picture I had on Instagram to the current picture I had. I was like, who is this guy? This
the guy was committed. He knew what he wanted.
So one way or the other, we both slid into each other's DMs. We started the conversation. So just like you, for me, it started with a conversation. But of course, before the DM thing starts, I had gone to check his profile picture to see what kind of a person he is. But the truth is that we always put our best version on social media. When we take 20 pictures, we put the best one on social media because we are trying to appear.
Tell me.
Do the certain kind of image you get. Even we do it. So obviously I checked his pictures. In some pictures it was tall, in some pictures it was short, in some pictures it was fine, in some pictures it was not fine. I'm like, oh God,
what kind
of person is this person? I didn't, so I wasn't really sure. Honestly, even when I went into his DM to like just chat friendly, which is something I wouldn't normally do. That's why I know that it's divine intervention, to be honest. I was not really sure about the physical. The physical wasn't really there. It was more or less, hey, hi, just a chat. I didn't even expect that it would lead to where it led to. But apparently he's been following me for a long time and he's been looking for a way to get my attention and all of those things happen. But anyways, just like you, it was the conversation. It was the conversation. We're talking and all of that. And I remember the very first day I had a video call. Even before then, when we decided that, actually it was after then. When we decided, when he finally asked me out, of course, like I said, there's only pictures we've been seeing. We've not even, I think we did a video call once, and the video call, like, I said, like, it's our best version we put on social media.
Yes.
It didn't appear to be the same person I saw. Like, it was worse when it comes to look and everything. And in my mind, I remember when I saw him, I was afraid. I was like, wait, what's happening? Just like you, I could not match the intellect. I could not match the intellect and the physical look like together. You get, but I was still struggling because I really enjoy his company. I enjoy talking to him. I enjoy our conversation and how knowledgeable he is, and how we can have conversation and we can talk all night, and then we're still friends. Imagine. So I enjoy him. But that physical look was not just doing it for me. But then I was convincing myself that I've not seen him now. What? But because of that, I needed some validation. I felt maybe it's because of my eyes, Let me send these pictures to people that are close to me. Let me hear their response. So I remember I sent it to my cousin, who, like, we've been, like, really close friends from childhood. I sent the picture to him, my dear. Do you know the first thing that she said was almost the first thing that many people said when I sent the picture to him was, this person is old though. Hey!
Really?
The person where I want my they're like, this man looks too old. Where you see is it not too? I still have that message on Facebook. I remember when I saw it, and she was the first person to respond.
Really?
I was so down, to be honest. The other people that I sent his pictures to were more or less, what did you mean? They didn't want to see anything about his looks because it was not then, especially then. If you see my husband now and how it was then, you would think you are seeing two versions of different people, to be honest. I'm telling you, just like you said that you have to change certain things, we have to work on certain things, the cream he uses, because see, everybody is fine, okay? It's just there are just some things that needs to help you to augment that fineness.
I'm telling you.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm telling you, but let me not cut you. Go, continue because we want the full gist.
So, I was really downcasted because everyone was confirming my biggest fear, which was that physically is not all that. But then again, I had not seen him. And mind you, I will not see him until 6 months after. But just like you, I feel like that's 6 months of not seeing each other. We do video call every now and then, but video call, you see just the face, you cannot really see everything, but we talk, we connected in a way I've never connected with anybody ever. He became the first person I want to talk to when anything happens to me. He's the first person I want to talk to when bad things happen to me. It's the last voice I want to hear before I sleep. It's the best voice I want to hear when I wake up. So all those things began to make me so attracted to him. So I became so, I don't know, so in love with him. So now it has moved from attraction to love, okay? And eventually, anyways, so and then We dated for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And I got to see him for the first time. And honestly, my biggest fears were confirmed. my fears, I was still kind of hoping, even though we've done video call and I've seen him, and yeah, but when I saw him, like, what I was afraid of, like Job said, the thing I was afraid of has come to me. But it was the initial shock and everything, but eventually, after the very first day, because he dropped me in the house, he went to work. By the time he came back in the evening, like, it was no long, because we're talking on phone, we started that bond building again. By the time he came back, like, it was almost like it was a different person I saw in the morning. But I knew that it was because of the shock of seeing him for the first time and a lot of anxiety that was going on. But see, and I was telling, I always say that right now, I don't know which man I'm as attracted to physically as my husband. Definitely a lot of things has changed physically. But even besides physically, like, well, let's not even go into those words because it will be a long story. But yes, my first impression, second impression, third impression of my husband was not physical attraction. It was more of intellectual attraction and, getting to just, connecting with this person, you get. So yeah, that was basically it for me.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, as you said, we have similar stories because that was the case for me too. And I think it's the case for a lot of ladies, if I must say. I think it's the case for a lot of ladies where there is a situation of attraction where you're not like really attracted to the person when you meet them, and over time you just get used to the person's face, and then you it's like you've now moved past level 1. You're used to level 1 that you can now see level 2. So level 2 now supports level 1 that and most times the other levels are much more important to you than level 1. So if only you can just look beyond level 1. And I think what is similar, like what we did, although this is going to be like, we're still going to share our closing statements, but what I want to really highlight with the two stories, which are kind of similar, is the fact that we had to identify those things that we did not like, those things that were hindering the attraction, those rearrangements that we had to do. We just knew that this is what is preventing me from getting attracted to this person physically. So maybe if I just put in a little tweak, let me just, change things here and there, will I still be attracted to the person? And we were able to do that, and we realized that, okay, it's just a problem. Because I have a friend who was also in that situation, just like the story, the truth we read, she was also in that situation where the person she liked was, the kind of just met up to the expectations of her fantasies, and the person that actually genuinely liked her, she wasn't really interested because of this attraction thing. He was just too short for her. And she didn't want that. She is not too tall, but she wanted somebody who is also not, short. She wanted to have kids that are at least tall. So yes, and it's valid. It's a valid, it's a valid, what would I call it, criteria. But eventually she was able to see beyond level 2, and the other guy was not even doing well. It wasn't really meeting up to expectation. It was just the looks that he had. So over time she was able to see beyond that, and then she realized that the things that are important to her are beyond level 1, and so it just helped her to see beyond level 1. When I mean level 1, I mean the attraction.
The attraction.
Level 2, level 3, level 4. The other things were much more important to her than level 1, so it just made it easy. So yeah, attraction is just a thing. It's just a phase. It's just a level. Yeah, it's just a level. That's what we are going to say.
So that's also one thing that I told this other lady also, that as a woman or as a lady, especially as a single lady, you need to have a list of what you want your husband to be. And when I say be, it's not necessarily just physically. Physical attraction should be there or could be there in your own list. Yeah. But that is just one thing. That's just one item.
Yes.
Out of hundreds, tens of things that could be on your list.
Yeah.
I want a faithful man. I want a man that fears God. I want a man that respects me, a man that loves me and everything. So that when that man comes, you need to know what you want in a man. For my own time, it was more or less like a prayer list, like more or less like if I want to pray for my husband, then before I met him, it's like, you will love me, you will respect me, you will be a good father. Those are the things that I desire in a husband. So the physical look was one of the things that I had on my list. So that when that man comes and he checks everything, but that physical look, you will not, because of physical look, overlook every other good things that man checked. You understand? So that, you know, I'm not saying go and marry an ugly man, no, that will make you to go and be looking outside.
Nobody is even ugly. We have mentioned that. You have said it. You have said it. Nobody's ugly.
And the fine man, and I was saying this thing yesterday, that the fine man that you think, oh, he's handsome, my womb, oh, he's so cute. Trust me. After you date that man for 6 months, you will not see that fineness again. After you guys date for 1 year, that fineness is the least thing you would see. If he has a bad character, if he abuses you, if he does not fear God, if your values does not align, the fineness will be the least of the things that you are going to see. So attraction is just one of things that your husband should be. And like, you know, you rightly said, no man is ugly. It just takes a little, you know, and the fine man, tomorrow, the fine man you think today, tomorrow it takes just a pimples outbreak for you to realize that it's not fine like that. It takes sunburn and hyperpigmentation for you to realize that, who is this man I married? So if physical attraction is the only reason why you got married to him to begin with, what happens when all those things happen? What happens if tomorrow that beauty, because the Bible even says is that beauty will fade. Beauty would fade. This skin that we have, it is created to fade. You get? So a man that we can grow together, and I will keep loving who you are, not what you look like. I think that's what you should focus on, you know, rather than just physical attraction. And like you said in the beginning, there are several ways you can be attracted to your man that is not just physical. So you need to look at those areas also. Okay. So what will be the closing for you?
So I think that's pretty much it. I think for me, the closing statement will be that just know what you want. I think that's it. Know what you want in a man, because I would not tell you that you shouldn't take level 1 seriously, because level 1 was honestly a big deal for me. You know, that attraction was a big deal for me. I just wanted somebody that I will be physically and sexually and all kinds of attracted to. So I'm not going to say that you shouldn't, you know, take level 1 seriously. Like, you shouldn't pay attention to it at all. But I'm just going to say that you shouldn't base your lifelong decision on that. You know, it's just something that is temporary. I think you should know what you need, not necessarily what you want. We all want someone who is handsome. We want somebody that we can hold hands together on the street and people will be like, wow, you caught a big fish. You know,
couples goals.
You know, couple goals, you know. We all want that, but we don't always need that. We don't always need that. Like I mentioned, my friend wanted somebody who is tall because she wanted to have, for the sake of her children, you know, for the future, you know. But then, of what use is somebody that is tall? Like, she didn't need that kind of person. She needed someone who was very hardworking, she's somebody that is very relaxed and she wants to be well taken care of. So she needed somebody who was really hardworking. And the other person who met the physical criteria, he was also laid back. So this guy actually had what she needed. And they're happily married now. I'm just so glad that we as friends were able to, you know, support her and encourage her to, you know, take that decision. To make that major life decision, not just on attraction. So I would say that, you know, my closing statement would just be, don't base your lifetime decision on just what you want. Just make sure that you know what you need. What you want should support what you need. So please always look out for what you need before what you want. So yes, as much as I wanted somebody who was, you know, handsome, which he is, if you look deeply, we've already stated that everyone is beautiful, everyone is handsome, you know, but it would have been wrong for me not to enjoy that. My husband, I just needed a listener, and he's a very good listener, aside from the other criteria. So yes, just don't do that to yourself. Don't base your lifetime decision on just one thing. So that's my own closing statement. So what's yours?
And you know, I would say that that man that you think, you see, beauty is fleeting. Like, it just passes you by. Like you see it from afar, and you are so, your emotions overcloud the reality. But the truth is that that man that looks so beautiful and so handsome to look at, look at him a bit closer. Like, look at him a bit closer. Because you are not seeing the big nose. You are not seeing the irrelevant, the uncoordinated teeth. You are not seeing all those things, because if you look at everything as a whole, it always looks so pleasing and so attractive, until you now get so close to the person, you now realize, you know, when I was dating my husband, I did not know for months that my husband had tribal mark.
Oh, really?
I did not know. Like,
now you're going to make me go. Now you're going to make me go back to his pictures and go. I'll go on deeply.
You see what
I'm going to do that just for the record.
You don't know until you get closer and you get to know it before you realize, how come I didn't see that teeth? How come I didn't see? You know, when I look at my exes that I was so physically attracted to them, and I look back and I go back to their pictures, sometimes I ask myself, like, what did I say in this person exact? What did I see? But at that time, I was so overwhelmed in my feelings that you don't see the details, you just see the wholeness. And then you get to realize that, hey, this guy is not who I thought he was. But anyways, yes, just like Yemi already said, it's good to be physically attracted to him. If you find a man that you're physically attracted to, definitely that should not be a criteria for you to leave him, to say, I beg. Because I have a friend actually who, she got her heart broken by a fine boy, and she has decided in her life that she's never going to date a fine boy again. So yeah.
So she's going to settle for the not so handsome.
I'm telling you, she said she's never going to date a fine boy, that she's not looking for fine man. No. She just wants ordinary man. So yeah, what is a fine man? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, to be honest. Everyone has a definition of beauty. No, it's what is beautiful to you might not be beautiful to me. What is handsome to you might not be handsome to me. And I like what you said about what you want, having what you need, not what you want. Because my husband actually made that statement yesterday when we were doing the video together. He said, he made it, that's why it just hits my head. Like, it's true. Sometimes what you want is not necessarily what you need. So I think you should rather pray to God and let him, and what is most important in any relationship that you're going into is to know that this is God's will for me. And I think that's one thing that really helped me with my husband. I knew without an iota of doubt that this is God's will for me. So I knew that God knows that I need to be sexually and physically attracted to my husband. So if it's not coming now, since this is his will for me, it's going to work out. And that was what happened. Okay, so yeah, that's basically going to, I know my clothing is all around the place, but I'm sure you get the gist.
So yeah, of course, you're just dropping gems. So people are just going to pick, what they want from everything. But it was a good one. It's a good one. So as you were just talking, something came to my mind. So you see, you're just dropping gems, dropping it like it's hot. So something that just came to my mind, and I promise I'm just going to round up here, okay? And it's just that, when you are, if you are in this situation, if you can relate to the truth of the day, and you can relate to anything we've said so far today, one thing I will tell you is to, I think, move away from that situation, any environment that promotes that feeling of attractiveness. Step away from social media for a while, stop looking at relationship goals and all of those things for a while, and look for resources that exposes you to what you actually need, because sometimes you don't even know what you need until you see it. So if you're constantly on social media looking at Bella Naija, pre-wedding photos, you're looking at the pre-wedding photos of people, you are likely still going to focus on attraction for a longer period of time, as opposed to when you are on Twitter reading Letter to Jack and Jill by Leke Alda. And I'm mentioning that because it's one of those resources that helped me at the time to focus on what I needed. As you read more of those things, as you expose yourself to resources that helps you to focus on the things you need, it helps you to divert your attention. So just make sure that you are gradually stepping away, you are taking a break from those things that reinforces the need for you to be physically attracted to the person, so just look beyond. Because I remember the truth of the day, she was saying that she feels like her life will be better off with the other guy. With this person. You already know, you just need to step away from those things that are reinforcing the attraction. Maybe you don't look at this picture for a while. Maybe you guys should just chat. Don't meet physically. Maybe you can just chat, you can just talk. step away from Bella Naija. Stop looking at, for those who do not know, Bella Naija is relationship page where you have cute couples, hot couples, and all of that. So yes, you now know. Yeah. So just step away from all of those things and just look for resources, listen to our podcast, watch our videos on YouTube, the 2 channels, and you will be relaxed, you'll be refreshed, and you will not need to think about attraction. So yeah, that's what I'm going to end with. So I'm going to leave it to Victoria to just close the conversation for us today. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Yemi. It's actually been a really interesting conversation. So we want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Have you ever been in such a situation? Were you attracted to your husband when you first saw him? Let us know in the comment section. How was it for you? And what do you think would be your advice to this lady? Okay, so this is where we're going to round up today. We are so grateful for listening and for watching. We are going to see you guys in the next episode. Until then, I am still Victoria, and my co-host is
Yemi. The way I say Yemi, people may not even get it. My name is Yemi, you guys. My name is just Yemi, okay?
All right, guys, we are going to see you in the next episode. Bye.